Hello again, everyone. Edwin Leonard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the 2025 Venus and Leo transit, part 2 of 2, and part 2 of 3, and I'm going to talk about how the transit's possible impact on the zodiac signs Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. And yes, it does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant for all zodiac signs. Now, as far as Aries goes, well, the fifth house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time for Aries, well, Aries may value generosity and expressing a lot of magnanimous energy toward children and romantic partners. It could also be where one's self-worth is tied into extroversion, gregariousness, expression of confidence, and it may benefit, one's personal popularity. And I would say, too, expressing like Leo-like talents and abilities, expressing creative, abilities as an example, ability for sports, party event planning, maybe game production. Those kind of things may be more enjoyed more so than usual. And also, this could be a time for Aries where there may be more extravagant spending on matters connected, with speculation and investments, and also could be possibly gambling as well. And the thing about this now, the next up for Taurus. Well, for Taurus, the fourth house is what is emphasized and highlighted. So for Taurus, there may be more like extravagant spending on one's home, family, matters with safety and security. If you're trying to get your, home, more safe and secure, such as having the advanced, state-of-the-art, electronic computer security system. This could be, that time where you might be spending more, as far as, your funds, that you're spending may be more exorbitant maybe very exorbitant this time on home-related matters. And also you may loudly express that desire for peace in your home. I mean, Leo is certainly not quiet energy. It could be very vociferous, loud, and boisterous. And this could be a time where you are very demonstrative, in terms of that expression for that peace in having this in your home. And also, too, this could be a time for Taurus where he or she may strongly value like the Leo qualities one may have at the core, such as qualities that include being confident, self-assured, generous, magnanimous, courageous, having good faith and fortitude, even being charismatic, extroverted. Those are things that you may, strongly value, at the core right now. And as far as qualities go, and also this could be a time where you enjoy taking pride in the latter part of life if you're already in it, or it could simply be in terms of planning for it. Now, for Gemini, the third house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So for Gemini, he or she may strongly value, showing like the superiority and dominance in one's communications. Gemini often does that anyway, but this is where, it may be more emphasized and pronounced. And also there may be more enjoyment in terms of being more like generous and magnanimous, toward siblings, cousins, and neighbors at this time. If this is something where, especially if you hadn't expressed, this generosity toward these people in some time, this could be a time where it may be more emphasized. And also, there may be more money spent on, extravagant, short journeys, at this time as well. Short journeys and trips may be more expensive for whatever reason, whether it has to do with gas prices or, maybe the short journeys are a little bit longer and naturally you're going to be spending more money on gas, or maybe the places you're going to are going to require, spending, more money at this time. And also, could it be more money on the heart of the vehicle as well? Possibly, I'd say the engine. would be the heart of one's vehicle. Maybe there would be some issues with that, at this time. And just extravagant spending could be in matters whether it's with driving or one's vehicle in general at this time. Now, for the zodiac sign Cancer, the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, there may be more like enjoyment of some like Leo, money making endeavor. It could be doing, something, with the military or entertainment or circus performing, acting. It could be making, movie productions, even if it's some little, short clip that you want to put on, YouTube. Maybe there's, there may be something where you could be profiting from it if you have your channel, set up for monetization as an example. And there may be very strong love and enjoyment, giving that impression of grandeur, but it could be tied in with one's self-worth. And it could just simply be, showing, confidence and command, showing the superiority or dominance in one's particular field as an example. And it may be more tied in with one's self-worth at this time. And also it's about valuing, it could be expensive possessions or, Leo-related possessions, whether it's something connected with fashion or creative, artwork. It could be movies, as some example, or games or sports objects, at this time, jewelry. And also this could be about the love of expressing, Leo-related, talents and abilities, which can include like movie production, party planning, sports, ability for sports, even games or recreation, party event planning as some examples. Now for the Leo, the first house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time for Leo, self-love may be very emphasized and pronounced. This could be manifest in loving, the Leo, qualities that are naturally expressed, especially if this is actually hitting one's ascendant, I would say, because that's really the qualities that are naturally expressed, which is the rising sign or ascendant. Now, and those qualities can include naturally, expressing, generosity or being confident, magnanimous, chivalrous, having good faith and fortitude, being extroverted, gregarious, being showy, charismatic, any, Leo-related, qualities in general, philanthropic. And, also, too, the person may have, Venus and Leo can be about, having these grandiose expectations in one's relationships. And having this in the first house, this may be seen by others readily on a first impression and be expressed very obviously and outwardly. And there may be more extravagant spending on the physical body and vitality. If there's something where the person is getting, like energy, related items, if the person is working out vigorously, the person may be spending more, money on terms of, increasing like, the vitality, one's energy, the physical body, or I believe there's like legal, muscle, enhancing, formulas, that works in conjunction with, working out, like those gain-on products or whatever they be. You may want to confer that on the internet, but things that are, of that nature. And now for Virgo, the 12th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So for Virgo, well, there may be, a Leo-like relationship that could actually be a hidden adversary. It could be somebody that has a Leo sun, moon, or ascendant, or simply embodies the characteristics of the sign. It could be, those that are bombastic, arrogant, domineering, confident, self-assured, extravagant, generous, and magnanimous. And also, too, general like indolence, and I would say even valuing, flamboyancy and boasting could be oneself undoing at this time. I know that could apply, regardless of transits, but it may be more emphasized and pronounced like with this one compared to most others. Also, to a domineering, relationship may be tied in with one's secret sorrows. If there has been a connection, whether it was a romantic partner or an important friend that was very dominant in nature, and, it could be where it may be tied in with sorrows that you're bearing secretly. And also, there may be limitations if you're somebody, Virgo tends to be shy anyway, but there may be more limitations in really showing, any like public displays of affection at this time. Affection, toward a loved one may be more, private, more so than usual. And also there may be some interest in like creative or even flamboyant artwork that may be expressed more in solitude and seclusion. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Leonard saying stay well.